I believe the upcoming Joker system in Le Mans Ultimate is going to turn out to be a smart move. I believe that it's going to raise the number of players, increase the authenticity of a rating system, at least for those eligible for it, and in a few months' time, it will be one of those ideas that becomes so comfortable and positive that we all wonder why nobody tried it before, like when they brought in table service at McDonald's. Let me justify myself. Super important disclosure, I've got no business or affiliate relationship with them, but I do currently hold some shares in Motorsport Games, the creators of Le Mans Ultimate, meaning I'm technically incentivized to say nice things about them. It's not a factor in reality, come on now. But I want to be transparent about that, considering I'm about to justify with a straight face why a controversial paywalled feature everyone hates right now is actually going to be good. It's just that instead of owning a hamster that may one day suddenly drop dead for no reason, I've elected to own some Motorsport Games shares instead. Same intriguing risk, a lot less maintenance. So a quick recap of some of the facts that have been presented via LMU's 1.4 update video. Most of you watching know all this, but just for sanity's sake, the Joker system awards you with a Joker card for every 10 races you complete, and for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume or hope that means 10 clean and complete races. These Jokers can then be spent at the results screen after a race at a time of your choosing. Primarily this is intended so that you can cancel out the effects of a bad race on your driver and safety rating. You can hold and earn up to 3 Jokers at any one time for use in this way. Perhaps most importantly, this feature is only for paying Race Control subscribers. Those without that subscription are shut out from this feature. Let's call a spade a spade. As a games company, i.e. a business that wants to make money, it's in Le Mans Ultimate's interest to take away things that cause people to stop playing and therefore stop paying. One of the top reasons I'll be willing to bet is frustration resulting from having a string of solid, respectable races and then one absolute clanger that basically puts your driver and safety rating back to where it was before those solid races. Everyone that plays iRacing or LMU is familiar with that wretched feeling, and almost everyone cares to some degree about their rank. Even if you don't think you do, your brain quietly does. Gaining and then losing that progress is more demoralising and painful than making no effort at all, temporarily at least. And it's in this trough of despair that the Joker system could be the saviour. It's clear to most that the real use of a Joker will be for those times when you have been completely done over, thoroughly poleaxed by some Turn 1 hero that leaves your car crumpled for the remainder of the race with no chance to genuinely compete through no fault of your own. When that happens in LMU, if you are somebody that cares about your rating, you are effectively forced to limp on with a damaged car with nobody to really fight with, completing the race just for the sake of it, to minimise the impact to your numbers, because in LMU a DNF is especially devastating to your rating. It doesn't happen that often to me, but when it does, it's boring, dissatisfying and a waste of time. A chore that also serves no purpose to anyone else on the grid other than just to get in their way. But in that same situation, if you have a Joker in your back pocket, you're no longer obliged to grind the rest of a race and serve the rating system in this way. You can avoid spending 43 minutes of a 45-minute race contributing nothing to it with a car that more closely resembles far-foul pasta than whatever it was before. The Joker that you earned by being a good boy or girl in 10 races prior takes the hit. You're spared the pointless grind, you are freed up to join another race sooner, and your rating is spared a genuinely undeserved ding. It may also help curtail some of the rage and bad attitude that comes with a ranking system that people are invested in. If you're taken out in a racing incident and you do have a Joker available, you have far less reason to turn it into an argument or direct your frustration at anyone else. And let me say, you shouldn't flipping need a Joker not to do this, by the way. Just be a decent and chill person by default, but I'm just saying it might help preserve the peace. In general, I am for the Joker system, but there are a few solid and warranted fears about it. Some fear it will result in worse driving because those with a joker available have free rein to drive aggressively and riskily in a selected race of their choosing, safe in the knowledge that they can wipe away any collateral damage to their own rating with that joker. It's technically possible, yes, but for you to actually use the joker system to your advantage in this way, you need to be someone with a bitter heart and a brain that's tearing itself in two with spite. I like to think that filters out most people from actually doing this, especially given that in order to be eligible for the Joker system, you need to be somewhat invested into Le Mans Ultimate and sim racing. You've already passed through many doors of seriousness that should have screened out most troublemaking antics. The protest system is also still there regardless. I've only ever made one protest in LMU of a slam dunk intentional crash, and it resulted in a 7-day ban for the perpetrator. I don't believe joker pokers that are going to use it as a shield for ludicrous driving will become a reality. I do reckon that the incentive of earning a joker after 10 clean races will add to the reasons people race clean far more than it will add to the reasons people feel able to race recklessly. Some fear the system will harm the rating system itself. I think it will do the opposite. It will make the ratings more genuine by allowing results that anyone would describe as clear outliers to be taken out of the equation. And the 10 race requirement is enough of an investment, enough of a gap, to guarantee that people aren't going to spend them frivolously. They're going to save them for the most calamitous, unrepresentative results that come along every now and then. Maybe it will have a slight inflationary effect on rankings. I'd be impressed if anyone could isolate it and prove it, and I'd be even amazed if it was enough to be a true problem. But if a little bit of imperceptible rank inflation is the price to pay for a generally happier, less deflated player base, if we lose less racers to the vortex of misery that follows a catastrophic, undeserved result, I'd pay it. I don't have many bad races, but when I do, it's usually just by being in the wrong place at the wrong time somewhere along the way. Having a joker to use up in that instance would disperse most of the post-punt slump that we all hate and make me far more likely to brush it off, press on, and go in for another race with a good mindset. Many are angry that the joker system is being put behind the paid race control subscription, leaving those without the subscription with no access to the benefits. Now this is really something that I don't defend, but nor do I attack. It's clearly a business maneuver, and those do usually sting initially if they turn out to be good ideas. They can't say it so blatantly, but we can. Le Mans Ultimate's objective number one is to get people to subscribe to race control because it brings a steady stream of income, which for any game that wants to be around for many years is really the only way you can. A good few things are already behind this paid wall, or paywall as I alone like to call it, and the joker system is being dangled as another incentive, another enticement to get people to subscribe to it. But I also hope that this doesn't remain the case permanently. It shouldn't remain exclusively behind that paywall if it works. If the system does prove to be a success and does result in better player satisfaction amongst subscribers, if it results in better behaviour among those eligible, I can see them expanding the system in some way to non-subscribers in order to let those benefits soak into the whole community and make the game more enjoyable for all, bringing more people in general. I don't consider it pay to win because it won't help you win races, but it does amount to a bribe to the rating system to make it look the other way every now and then. So the controversy is deserved, even if it becomes a positive feature in the end. Right now, all the potential downsides are crystal clear. The upsides, if there are any, after all, will have to seep out over time, and we're going to have to wait and see. Cheers for watching.